Hello. This is great. So many grown-ups. I hung out with my friend and her 4-year-old today, and I forgot when you hang out with a toddler, you have to be excited about everything they do. It's kind of like when you hang out with a man, you know? You're like, oh my God, you put your jacket on so good, buddy. You could be an astronaut, you know? But then I couldn't stop doing this like really encouraging voice. I did it all day, but then I was leaving for this show and I called my husband a big boy. And he liked it. I just got a text that was like, hope you have a good show. Big boy's waiting for you. So I've opened a door there. All right, I feel like I lost a couple of you guys. Was that not a good joke, or were you surprised I married a man? This jacket is bi-curious at best. I understand, but I'm not a lesbian. I just knew I'd be a good one. I got some life stuff going on. I just got sober. Yeah, I've been tracking it on an app on my phone, like I'm my own Tamagotchi, you know? And I have been sober for 4 months and 18 days. Thank you guys, yeah. And my baby is the size of a mango, so that's cool. Yeah, I'm pregnant, you guys. Yeah. Tale as old as time, honestly. Like, I got knocked up at 38 by my husband of 10 years, you know? Just babies having babies, you know what I mean? It's crazy. We did IUI to get pregnant, which is cool. It's like IVF for poor people. Yeah, they took the sperm and they just spun them around real fast, and then whoever doesn't get dizzy gets to move on to the next phase. And as the woman, you're just like waiting for them to come in, and they present the sperm very like regally. Like they came in like a sperm sommelier. They were like, Daniel, 1989. I was like, is it a good vintage? Does it pair well with eggs? I don't know what to say here. You can't do a taste test either. You just have to take the whole thing, you know? Before I got pregnant, I had an IUD, and I'm sorry, that's so many lady acronyms. There are some men here, so just really quick, NBA, IRA, Bitcoin. Yeah, an IUD, they're birth control, it's amazing, you guys. It lasts for 8 years, okay? And once it goes up, nothing comes down, all right? I didn't have a period, I couldn't have a baby, I didn't need to keep track of what day of the month it was, I could wear white jeans. It was like I was a man in Miami, okay? 10 out of 10 experience. But have you guys heard that if you wait a little too long to have kids, that all the eggs you have left are like a little rotten? They're duds? I don't know if that's true or if people just say it to women that look like me. But I was pretty worried when I got my IUD removed. It was going to be like that scene in The Shining with the blood in the elevator. And then those two twins are standing there. Those are my last 2 eggs. They're just like, come play with us, Danny. Danny's actually my husband's name. I think that's why I had so many nightmares. No, but it's good. We're pregnant. We didn't do like an announcement online, like a picture on Instagram or anything. They're very awkward, the pictures on Instagram, right? The birth announcements. And I didn't feel like buying the shoes that they're never gonna wear, or like making my dog wear a sweatshirt that says Big Brother, you know? Even though he is my firstborn. But yeah, it's just, and sometimes those posts are very sexual. I don't know if you've seen this one, where it's a couple and they're like covered in flour in the kitchen, and it'll be like 1 cup mom, 3 pumps dad, baked till July. Look, it's gross. And my husband is a carpenter, so if we did it, it would have to be like, Dad hammered Mom and we nailed it, you know? Just can't be a part of that. A lot of women, they don't want to get pregnant because they don't want to gain the weight. They don't want to have to like bounce back, get their body back after the pregnancy. I totally get that, but for me, I wasn't really worried about it because at this point for me, a pregnancy is like graffiti on an abandoned building. It's different, you know? But does it matter? I feel like a lot of you guys are too polite to laugh at that joke. I need you to know it is good technically. I am excited for when I start to look pregnant yet. I feel like now I just look like I ate a lot of sandwiches, but I'm excited to look pregnant because I have gray hair, and I think that's gonna really freak people out. Right? Can you guys imagine just 9 months pregnant, walking around like, oh, Tommy? He's already 15. I'm just really letting him marinate in there, you know? I don't know why that's my pregnant voice. I am worried that's what I'll sound like. But yeah, pregnancy's wild. Pregnancy is dangerous. Do you guys know the number one killer of pregnant women? It's the men who impregnated them. I'm not worried about it, though. I don't think my husband could pull it off. Yeah, number one, we're the exact same size, all right? And I'm getting bigger by the day, all right? Number two, he's never pulled off a surprise in his life. In 10 years we've been together, he's not getting the jump on me, okay? Plus, if he did murder me, he would get caught so fast. I need you guys to understand this, okay? Like, if he stabbed me with a knife, I know he wouldn't cup his hand underneath on the way to the dishwasher, you know? Just blood dribblies all over the place. His murder outfit would be in the hamper for like 5 days, you know? If they brought him in for questioning, they'd be like, "Where were you the night that your wife died?" And he'd be like, "I don't know how to use Google Calendars." He couldn't flee the country because I book his flights. What I'm saying is I would get justice, all right? We're not going to find out the gender either. We were kind of on the fence about finding out the gender of the baby, and then we realized it was making all the old people in our life really mad to not find out. Like, they just can't handle it. And it's kind of all I have now, right? Like, I can't drink, I can't do drugs. All I have is telling grandma, "You gotta buy a green onesie." Like, it feels good. I don't know. And it's like, I don't know which gender I want anyway. Like, do you want to raise the predator or the prey, you know? The subject of the True Crime podcast or the listener? I don't know, you know? Can't figure it out. Oh, it's going to get darker. I'm so sorry. It's only going to get darker. Yeah, we don't have kids yet, but we are backup parents to a couple of kids. Yeah, I think we used to call that godparents, you know? Back when people believed in stuff. But now we're just backups or leftovers, you know? Or I guess that's what the kids would be. I don't know. We'll figure that part out later. What I'm telling you guys is we're gonna get 3 kids if a Walsh family reunion goes wrong, okay? That's what I'm saying. And my husband, he wants more than 1 kid, you know? And you guys know me, right? I don't want my cousins to die, but what I am saying is it's kind of becoming more appealing as a way to get one, you know? They all talk, they're potty trained. My cousin has a pool. I don't know their debt ratio. Maybe we get that too, you know? So every time my husband brings up wanting more kids, I'm just like, how bad do you want them? You know? Bad enough to kill Jim? You gotta make a few eggs to make an omelet, you know what I'm saying? I feel you guys pulling away, I do. I feel it. I get it, it'd be weird. It'd be weird to get a kid that way, because we'd be out with him and people would be like, "Emily, I thought you only wanted 1 kid. Was he planned?" And I'd have to be like, "Premeditated." We did think about it. I don't know. It's all scary. I'm scared my kid's gonna be basic. That's actually my biggest fear. I'm really scared my kid's gonna come to me one day and be like, "My favorite show is The Office," you know? I'm gonna go to their wedding. They were like, "I can't wait to find the Jim to my Pam," you know? Like, if I go to their house for Christmas and they tell me it's wine o'clock, I'm gonna leave. You know, I just don't know. But I'm excited to raise a kid in the city. I feel like people are scared to raise kids in the city, and I'm like, oh no, they're gonna get exposed to art, you know? I don't know. I grew up in the suburbs, and I used to do nitrous with a guy named Kenny, so I don't know if that's really safer. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I feel like I probably should have had kids in my 20s, but I was not ready. You guys, I need you to know that. Like, I was having fun, okay? Like, I moved here after college, and if I could make it home without waking up drunk in Coney Island, that was a good day, you know? Yeah, like, do you guys remember the food pyramid? That thing that told you to eat 11 pieces of bread in one day? That thing. My personal food pyramid when I was 25 years old, bottom layer, pizza. Every other layer, whiskey, 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 jizz. If I'm being honest, you know? I feel you guys pulling away again. It wasn't a pizza topping, all right? More of a nightcap. The rest of you guys are like, "I still think that bitch is gay." My name's Emily Walsh. Have a great rest of your night.